What's happening, guys? Cowboy here, and it is time to head on out to the final area of the Ivory King. So, of course, we are starting from the second bonfire here, the abandoned dwelling. And we're going to sprint past a couple of these guys. There may be a shortcut I could take, actually. It's a little bit quicker, if I remember right, actually. You know what? No, what? No, never mind. I was thinking about the one shortcut I unlocked, but that takes me back to, the cathedral area, now that I think about it. And there's that fall down path that I won't be able to get past. So, either way, we're going to sprint past these guys real fast here. Now, if you guys remember, we picked up a key quite a while ago. It was after everything had become unfrozen. That is the key that you need. Oh boy, I'm getting hit. So, I need to get past these guys, get this door. Ow, I mistimed my roll. And we're gonna get this open. And we're gonna get the bonfire. And we're set. So now we can worry about this guy with his gross overextending attacks. Ow. Stop that. Oh, wow. Just hit the shield. Alright. So. Additionally, trying to think what else I got that would help really, really well here. Probably repair as well for this. Alright, so you are about to enter what I would consider to be the hardest area in Dark Souls. So, hop on in, get on your merry way. So, welcome to the Frigid Outskirts. I've been calling it the Frozen Tundra for a while now, but yes, Frigid Outskirts is what it's actually called. So first thing we're going to do, you can see that, you can see this, we're going to turn. And if we go just a little ways, we should find a bunch of tombstones. Actually, I might just wait until the storm dies down, just to see it. There it is. Alright, so basically the way this area works is the storm comes in waves. So it'll, get super windy and then the wind will die. It'll get super windy and then the wind will die. And really, you need to traverse this area. You need to plot out your course while the wind's down and then go. So like, as you can see right now, we couldn't see, but I did get my heading and I know there's a structure over there. So there's a couple ways to traverse this area. I have found the easiest way to spot a structure off in the distance and then just run straight towards that structure, because there's loot at the 3 different structures we're going to hit on our way. Now there are these weird winter unicorn things that'll show up. I'm surprised one hasn't already, but either way, that's fine by me. When they do show up, just be ready. They come out of nowhere and they come in the middle of the storm, and they can definitely fuck you up. So do be aware of that. Alright, so we got the dried root. You can see our next heading is over there, that castle that was out that way. So, we got the mirror hat, and we're going to start going along. You can hear, there it is. They'd like to come out of nowhere on you. So we're going to focus on taking this thing down as fast as we can. As you can see, it does quite a bit of damage. Weird ice pony thing. Actually, yeah, we are right where we started pretty much. So, okay, the wind's down. Now's the time to go. We're going to run, try and get as far as we can before the storm kicks back up. Then I'm going to pop a greater heal. And one of those other things is probably going to attack me. So there are a couple enemies that are wandering around. Like this guy, you can kind of use him as a halfway marker, if you will, between the first and second section. So we're probably going to have one of those things show up in just a second here. We're going to keep running, though. Come on over to the structure. Bring it to the structure, summons. We'll let it come over here and fight us. You always want your point of reference. Come and get some. It's flying through the air. Alright, so now that's dead. Drop a heal out. I like to keep my summons nice and topped off because not only are they going to help us get through this hellish snowstorm, but we're also going to want them for the boss. So, a couple enemies to kill. And I will say that this area is a lot more difficult on New Game Plus. There's, you know, red phantoms all throughout the area that you gotta keep your eyes out for. Now, this is a very, very nice Pharaoh spawn. Now, I don't need this right now, but just to show you what it's going to do, as you can see, water is going to pour out. And if we can get her into it, this water basically has healing effects. So if you sit here long enough, it'll slowly heal up you and all of your summons, which is absolutely fantastic because, you know, if you don't have... it's going to suck. So we can see our next point is right out there. We can see there's an enemy out that way, and there's one out there. But just as a point of reference, if we go from this, we're going to run basically straight. I wanted to say there's like loot in one of these barrels. I may be mistaken, though. Maybe we did get it all. Alright. In that case, get right up on the wall. This was my bearing wall. I believe this one was it. Yeah, no. Where did it go? Where'd it go? Where'd my structure go? There it is. Alright. There's the wall I was using. Alright, so out to this structure. You can see the enemies wandering. Keep going. We'll have one of those things show up in a second. There it is. It always catches me off guard. Doesn't matter how many times I prepare for them. I'm going to use some Estus just to be safe here. Good great bow shot. Alright, we're going to ignore that guy for now. If we go over, he will come after us. But I'm more interested in making it on over to the final structure. There's another one over there. So just keep running straight. Don't deviate from your path. You can hear another one of the lightning reindeer or unicorns or whatever the hell they are. Right there. It's fine. Make our way into here. Get ready to take this guy down. Now, I know right now this looks really, really easy, probably. You know, you're probably like, why does Cowboy think this is so hard? You know, he's just walking right through it. But especially for a first-time player, trying to get through this area it's an absolute nightmare. Like, I mean, you're getting lost. You have this ongoing blizzard of just hellish proportions. You have these crazy guys that show up. Like, it's just not fun to try and do if you don't know what you're doing. You know, if you have an idea of how to get through this area, it is a lot easier. So I believe I have all of the loot. Right. So at this point, we need to head, if I remember correctly, out over there? Yes. Quick loop around. Yeah, that's where we came from. Alright, so we're going to actually wait for the snowstorm to die down real fast. I'll get them topped off. Because there's one piece of loot we're going to grab before we go to the boss that's a little bit hard to see if you don't know where you're going. Basically, there's going to be a path over that way that we need to hit, and when we hit that path, it's also important that we basically loop around and grab the item before we take it. So as soon as the snow dies down, we make our sprint. There we go, snow's down. And here we go. You can kind of see the hole off in the distance, and over to the right, you can see a bunch of like kind of rocks there, like pretty much right above my character's head. That's where we're going to be heading. Now if you go straight right there, you can kind of see there's a little downward slope we'll take, but we want to go over here and grab this loot first. Now you can die from falling down this gap, so do keep that in mind. Got our Ring of the Living. Remember, I think there's something over on one of these crates. No, maybe there isn't. Alright, either way, stay along the perimeter here. Obviously, be careful not to fall. We're in a good position. We've made it over here. No more of the crazy guys showed back up. Both the summons are alive, and this is excellent, excellent conditions to fight the boss in. So, there should be an enemy right up ahead. Maybe that was just New Game Plus. Not seeing him. Yeah, maybe that is just New Game Plus. Well, either way, New Game Plus, there's an enemy right before you reach this part, which you are going to want to kill. Number one reason for losing summons is they end up falling off that bridge while you're trying to fight the guy. It's one of the golem dudes. Alright, so before we go in, one last heal for everybody, just to make sure they're topped off. Put on our last repair, dark weapon, and we are ready to go. Lud, the King's Pet. Now, this probably looks pretty similar. Obviously, you may remember when we took on Ava, and it is very similar, except that for now, it's just Lud. In a very, very short while, you can kind of see over there, we have kitty number 2. So basically, this is fighting 2 of them, Lud and Zalin. So because of that, you want to make sure to get as much damage as you can, anytime you can. It's very, very easy to get caught by one of the other ones while you're, like, you know, you could be attacking Lud and just get hit by Zalin. So I would suggest picking one tiger and basically focusing that thing down as fast as you possibly can. We're doing a really good job right now working down Lud, so that's good. Bess is not doing too well, though. Ooh, big hit there. Should be dead here. Alright. Now, with one tiger dead, if I remember correctly, the other one does get buffed up slightly. I think it's like a heal effect or something. Ooh, God, that thing hurts. Please, durability patch. Gonna get in and do some damage with Dark Hail here. Tell you what, last time I did this, I don't remember, like, I've never done this fight on New Game. It's always been New Game Plus, and this is so much easier in comparison. Because New Game Plus, this fight is a fucking nightmare. Right now, this is kind of just nice and relaxed. Shit, I'm stuck under him. Oh boy, here we go. So now he's in buff mode. Still, you know, just stay on him. Keep doing what you've been doing. Be careful not to get hit. You should be able to wrap this fight up just fine. You can see he is taking a lot less damage. we're getting him down. We're gonna get him. The second swipe just failed miserably. Oh god. There we go. Healing effect is ended. A couple more pokes. Maybe a dark arc to the butthole, and there it is. And that is Zud and Lop. Lud and Zalin, excuse me. Getting my names mixed up here. So with the final boss conquered, head on in. Claim your prize. Thought I got an item from that. Oh well. Either way, guys, that does wrap up all of the DLC for Scholar of the First Sin, or Dark Souls 2, as many of you know it. There's a couple more content that we're going to tackle. So a lot of you have been asking about Dark Lurker. I am going to kill Dark Lurker, for those that are curious how to do it. I'm really on the fence, and I don't want to, but I am going to try and tackle the Ancient Dragon. Fuck that fight, but I'm going to do it. And then, following that, I think we just mosey on in, talk to Vendrick, and pretty much wrap things up from there. So, either way, guys, make sure to stay tuned. Obviously, this one is done for now. I would do the Vendrick scene, but that actually takes quite a while. I think I have a video dedicated just to that. Let me see. All crowns. Let me check something. Busy searching YouTube. Yes, okay, so I do have a video just about Vendrick. I know we could do it. It takes 5 minutes. Why not? We'll slap that into the end of this one for those that are curious about it, though. Why not? I thought it took a lot longer than that, but I just checked the video I had up on YouTube, and it's about 5 minutes, so we can fit that in here real fast. I mean, now that we have all 3 crowns, now would be the time to do that anyways. Good old Undead Crypt. If I remember, I'm trying to remember if you have to, I think you have to have the crown on when you approach for like something extra to happen, if I remember right. Not entirely sure. I might just be, you know, speaking completely out my ass on that one, but I remember there's something with having the crown on. Either way, I do know that after you have all 3 crowns and you go and do the memory, following that, he will, if I remember correctly, the crown you get, it's basically like a permanent effigy effect on the crown. So for those that don't know what exactly I'm talking about, basically as long as you are wearing Vendrick's crown, regardless of how many times you die, you will not go hollow. So pretty cool effect to have. You know, obviously effigies are plentiful towards the end of the game. I mean, I have, what, 38 on me right now, so, you know. But regardless, it's a cool effect to have, you know, not having to worry about going hollow at all. Excuse me. And here we go. Let's get ourselves a memory.
Seeker of fire, deliverer of crowns. What do you see in the flames? Find the crowns and your own answers. The crowns hold the strength of lords from times long past. Seek adversity, as befits you, seeker of fire, coveter of the throne. Seeker of fire, conqueror of dark. I too sought fire once. With fire, they say, a true king can harness the curse. A lie, but I knew no better. Seeker of fire, you know not the depth of dark within you. It grows deeper still, the more flame you covet. Flame, oh, flame. Seeker of fire, I see you've subdued another foul creature. One of the father of the Abyss spawn. That confounded quintessence of humanity. The Abyss once had form, but then dissipated. And yet, traces of its existence endured. Each fragment, thirsting for power, spread dark with no relent. My dear Chandra was one such fragment. A feeble, tiny thing that thirsted for power more than any other. Driven by insatiable lust for a worthy vessel. One day fire will fade, and dark will become a curse. Men will be free from death, left to wander eternally. Dark will again be ours, and in our true shape, we can bury the false legends of yore. Only, is this our only choice? Seeker of fire, coveter of the throne. Seek strength.
Super Crown.
The rest will follow.
The ashen mist fades. Alright guys, and that one wraps it up. So heat radiates from the ancient crowns. I don't think the description changes, but yeah, it will now prevent hollowing. I think all of them actually might prevent hollowing at this point after talking to him. I'm not entirely sure, but I know for a caster, Crown of the old Iron King is the one that restores spells over time. Either way, that is going to be it for this one. As for the other episode today, I think I'll be trying to tackle the Ancient Dragon, just because, you know, Dark Lurker and going through those dungeons, that could end up being like a day all in itself. So, either way, guys, make sure to stay tuned, and in the next episode, we'll be taking on the biggest boss of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin.